All right, Quinn, let's predict some games.
You stink! Absolutely terrible, man. It's so stupid, it hurts.
Short and sweet and to the point. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, so stupid it hurts indeed. But let's get into our week 2 predictions here. Like last week, it'll be a lot quicker than the reactions themselves here. So Thursday night football, Patriots, Jets. Ugh. Although we would have said that at the beginning of the year, now might be a little more intriguing here.
Yeah,
but
like,
I'm going to go with the Jets here to win here. Because even though the Patriots look better, I just think the Jets are more of a talented team.
I'm going to go with the Patriots here. Upset alert. Uh-oh. I think they might pull it off here. The Jets look like they slouching a little bit. Aaron Rodgers, like I said, a little rusty from not playing in a while. Jets defense kind of slacked against the Niners. I don't know. I think the Patriots could come in here and win. Get some weird rivalry stuff going. Maybe like the ghost of Tom Brady will appear and spook the Jets. I don't know, but I'm picking the Jets here. Sorry,
Wow,
Pats.
interesting. Pats, get it right, Quinn.
Yeah,
Come
not
on.
the Jets. Nasty.
Professional show here. All right, let's go with the Giants at Browns. This is a game. There'd be no scoring in this at all. I was tempted to pick the upset with the Giants, but I just think the Browns defense is too good. I think Neighbors has a good chance of getting shut down, and if he's shut down, the whole team's shut down. So
Yeah, no offense.
give me Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns too. I mean, I think they're at least competent. The Giants, I mean, we talked about this. They lost because they didn't kick field goals or make field goals. Yeah.
All right, let's go into probably one of the games of the week. Never would have thought that at the beginning of the year. Eagles at the Saints here. Quinn, I think this game's going to be close. I do. I think the Saints are going to live up to what we said earlier and be legit and keep it close. But I think Philly survives and wins a good competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, seeing how the Saints have been playing, it worries me a little bit. Like, this is actually a concerning game. But I think the Eagles can win this. It is in New Orleans, so, I mean, you could have an upset alert, but I think hopefully at least the Eagles pull this out. So I'm going with the Birds here.
Hopefully, or hopefully not, maybe. But let's go to another game that I am back and forth on, and it is the Texans at the Minnesota Vikings. Man, I'm still contemplating it because Vikings look legit, but I think Houston will get back on track here and win this game. I think their offense will get a little back on track. I don't think the Vikings defense is as good as the Bears, so I think the Texans will be able to take advantage of that. And Houston's defense is a really good defense. The Niners is too, but they're dealing with injuries. The Texans are fully healthy. So, yeah, I'm going to say Texans bounce back in terms of, like, on offense and get the win.
Uh-oh, I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. The Vikings are going to win this game is what I'm saying. So, I think the Vikings could. I mean, they're doing well at home. They're kind of being the surprise team. Texans coming in here, traveling up north from Texas, a little longer trip, but not like California to Miami or anything. But I don't know. Talking about the Texans and the Bears defense holding them, not with pretty low points. I could see the Vikings defense doing a similar thing, probably a little higher scoring, but I could see the Vikings racking up some points and winning here at home. So I'm going to take the Vikings.
All right. Not the final 1 o'clock game. Sorry. I was seeing a bunch of 4 o'clocks and I misread a bunch of stuff because I'm so professional. Broncos at the Buccaneers. Broncos are ass. I don't know why, Quinn, you had them in the playoffs. Buccaneers are winning this game.
Bo Nix and Sean Payton are going to lose this game. Yeah, I think the Bucs are going to win here. I don't think this is the turning point for the Bucs nor the Broncos, unfortunately.
All right, let's go to Malik Willis's return to Tennessee, the much anticipated one. Packers at the Titans. I'm going to go with the Packers. I want to pick Tennessee because I don't know if the Packers can repeat what they did on the road because they're going to have to do well in the running game. And the Titans' run defense has gotten a little better. But I think the Packers, like you said, LaFleur is an excellent coach. I've turned the leaf on him. I used to kind of be a little of a hater of him, but I'm starting to see how good of a coach he can be. So, yeah, I think the Packers edge it out.
That's a really good point. I think Matt LaFleur will win this game. I don't think the Titans, their defense is good, but it's not quite great. You know, it's kind of mediocre. And I think Aaron Jones, oh gosh, Josh Jacobs can rush all over them. And I think Malik Willis will get revenge on the Titans for never playing him. And yeah, I think the Packers will win this one. Hopefully.
Hopefully. You keep saying hopefully a lot. Bears at the Colts here. This is another kind of tough game to pick because of the missing pieces on defense for Indy, and both teams have massive inconsistency issues. But I'm going to say Indy finally gets their first win of the year against the Bears just because the Bears offense doesn't inspire me. Yeah, Bears are a dud right now on offense. Despite the inconsistencies for Richardson, how good the Bears defense is, I'm going to go with Indy.
I think the Bears will take the loss. Yeah, I think the Colts, first week, exciting, good. Second week, not so much. Third week, I think they can bounce back against the Bears. I think they'll be all right here. And it'd have to be the Bears defense and low scoring, which I could see it being low scoring, but I think the Colts are like competent enough a team and good enough with enough talent that they can win this.
Speaking of talent, my Pittsburgh Steelers against the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is coming back to Pittsburgh for the first time in forever since he was an NFL coach here. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. We don't know who's going to start here. And Herbert, I think, is a little bit banged up. I think he'll probably play, but I know he's banged up a little bit. I think the ankle's injured, but depending on who starts, I'm going to say the Steelers because as long as TJ Watt and that defense are healthy, they are going to smother the Chargers here. The running game may be concerning, but the Steelers' run defense has been very good the first few weeks. They might be able to shut them down, and if they can, I don't think Quentin Johnston and the McConkey, I think is how you say it, are going to be able to get open on this secondary. So, give me the Steelers.
This is one of the tougher games, I think, because I could see the Steelers pulling this out and winning this because of their grit. But I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I think Herbert is banged up, which is not good. But, the Chargers look like they could have a pretty electric offense. Look at their running backs. J.K. Dobbins, or was it Dobbins or was it, oh gosh.
It was Dobbins that went off.
Okay, cool. Not Gus Edwards, right? Yeah. So I think the Chargers going to come in here and win this. It's going to be a tough flight for them from LA to Steelers. So it's close, but I'll just stick with the Chargers a little bit here.
Traitor. All right, let's go to Dolphins at the Seahawks. Seattle is literally getting a pass, like cakewalk again. Getting lucky because a bunch of Miami's players are out. I get that the weapons themselves are healthy, but unless they're going to do something and not start Skylar Thompson, maybe Tannehill goes back to Miami or something. But even then,
Tom Brady.
I'm going to go. Shut up. I'm going to say Seattle wins, especially for the fact that it's at Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seahawks get this because of the home advantage. Plus, Tua being out. They still have the weapons, but it's like that meme of the guy poking Tyreek Hill with a stick and saying, do something. Yeah, I don't see the Dolphins doing so hot. So yeah, Seahawks.
A team that's not doing anything hot at all, and that's the Carolina Panthers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders by 1 million, end of story.
Yeah, Raiders here. I don't think there's a lot to say. Poor Panthers. Maybe Andy Dalton will put some life back into this offense. I think if they were going to come back, they could do it here. If Devontae Adams and I guess Brock Bowers now and Jacoby Myers don't do so well. But Panthers defense isn't quite as good as it was last year, I don't think. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders here.
Well, trading Brian Burns will do that. But
Yeah, that's true.
let's go to, we got a lot of 4 o'clock games. Niners at the Rams, another easy one to me. I know Stafford's still healthy, but the Niners, especially, they own the Rams just in general every time they played. So, yeah, Niners are going to be pissed off that they lost last week, so Niners are going to win this.
Yeah, I could see the Rams being a little feisty, but I think the Niners are going to win this. Like you said, everyone's injured, and they don't do well against the Niners, except sometimes in the playoffs.
All right, let's go to Quinn, what I think could potentially be a game of the week, and that's the Lions at the Cardinals. I think I've said that every week that the Lions have played, and the games have kind of been disappointing on the scoreboard, but this one, I'm confident, can be fun to watch here with the scoring, especially from Arizona's side. And this is tough. I am going to say, though, Detroit bounces back barely, potentially possibly an overtime game. Beats the Cardinals in a not like super high scoring, but like pretty high scoring game. I'm going to go with the Lions.
I don't think this is going to be a super exciting game. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I think the Cardinals are going to win this. The Lions could bounce back here, but from what we saw from the Cardinals last week, they're looking pretty good. And the Lions they almost lost to the Rams, who got pummeled. Again, injuries, to be fair. But, yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals here. Maybe a little bit of an upset, but it is at the Cardinals.
That is true. 2 teams that are struggling here, the Ravens at the Cowboys. Tom Brady has to call another Cowboys game. Why are you subjecting this man to this team, guys? I'm going to go with the Ravens to bounce back, though. It's hard for me to believe them going 0-3. And they're a better team on roster-wise. I can't talk tonight. Yeah, they're just a better team roster-wise. Cowboys and Dak are just... I don't know, man. They just see the struggle. That's a deflating loss, the way they lost. And if the Saints can put up those numbers, how do you think the MVP of last year is going to do? And Derrick Henry, who hasn't had an amazing start, but against this running defense that did terrible last week, they can go off on them. So give me the Ravens.
Yeah, give me the Ravens as well. The Cowboys are just going to bad. I mean, I'm sure everyone's super surprised I chose the Ravens on the Cowboys. But I think the Ravens are a good team. They can come back, rebound here, and beat the Cowboys in Dallas. Yeah, like you're saying, I think Henry can get some good yards. He'll be angry at the Cowboys in time. I'm like, okay, guys, let me just run over you with like 3 touchdowns. That'd be pretty cool, actually, for my fantasy. But and pretty fun watching as an Eagles fan and pretty much as any other fan in the league, but a Cowboys fan. But yeah, I think the Ravens can win here against a
Henry's gonna
Cowboy team.
He's gonna stick it right up Jerry Jones' ass, and well deserved. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at the Falcons. I think this game will be a little bit closer than people think, just because the Chiefs, most of their games usually just tend to be close, no matter who they play. They tend to play down the teams at times, but there's no way to me the Chiefs are going to lose here. And depending on what happens right now at the Atlanta and Philly, they could very easily be 0-3.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win here. I mean, it's just, come on, it's Chiefs. And the Falcons, we thought they were going to look good, but apparently Kirk Cousins isn't very healthy. They're somewhat hurt.
Michael Penix season.
Yeah, really. But yeah, I think the Chiefs win here.
Quinn, we got double headers on Monday Night Football for some weird reason. Isn't it? Even though these games kind of look Jags at the Bills. The Bills are going to win this.
At least decent, right? I mean,
it'll be
like maybe.
Stop interrupting me. It's going to be close. Jags, they still are a feisty team, but the Bills are going to win. It's at home. Allen didn't even need to do anything last week to win, but if the game's on his shoulders, I trust him 10 times more than Trevor Lawrence.
Especially now. Yeah, I think the Bills are going to win this, unless the Jags decide now to hitch up their pants and decide to actually play football. But yeah, I think the Bills definitely win here.
And then the final game, Commanders at the Bengals. A lot of people might be back and forth with this just because the Bengals struggled, but this is way easier for me than others. This is just what Cincy does. They lose the first 2 games and then have an easy schedule to get back to 500. So yeah, Bengals are going to win this and get back on their mojo.
Yeah, do we even have to predict this? Bengals, obviously. The Commanders are just... Jaden Daniels, I think, will continue to develop, but I think, yeah, the Bengals are better. They lose the first couple weeks, but this is a good chance for them to win against one of the more worse teams in the NFL. If that's sounds
More
right.
worse. Excellent grammar, Quinn.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's going to do it